Welcome to part 5 of chapter 7. In this part we will talk about preparing a budget for a particular IT project. Now once you're done with assigning cost estimates to individual items on your work breakdown structure sheet, then you should be ready to start preparing your budget. Cost budgeting involves allocating the project cost estimates to individual work items that you have in your work breakdown structure over time, right? So you allocate whatever the amount you allocated to a particular work breakdown structure item over time. The work breakdown structure is a required input to the cost budgeting process, since it defines the work items, right? It tells you which items need to be allocated over time and what is the amount attached to those items. So the important goal here is to produce a budget which is also your cost baseline. A time-phased budget projects managers what kind of funds are supposed to be spent during each particular time interval. And this, because it's the reason it's called baseline, this helps managers to see how well they're performing on the dimension of cost, to monitor and evaluate their cost performance dimension. So a budget may look something like this. So here you have your individual work breakdown structure. Those are the amounts that were initially allocated to each item. And then you take each amount and you allocate it over time. For example, when it comes to handheld devices, let's say 30,000 worth of devices will be bought in year 4. Another half of the devices will be bought in month 5. One server will be bought in month 4, and one server will be bought in month 5 since the start of the project. So those amounts are allocated over time. And if you want to have more details about those items and amounts, this example is described in more detail in your textbook. But this is how a budget looks like. You have work breakdown structure, you have total amounts associated with those items in the work breakdown structure, and you have those amounts allocated over time. So this completes part 5 of chapter 7. Thank you for watching.